Hi there. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to change out unsealed bearings in an American bottom bracket. So just a little bit of backstory. I started getting this noise from my bike. Now I couldn't tell what it was. I thought, okay, it's just a freewheel, which was jacked up to begin with. But then, what I ended up doing was changing it out for a whole nother wheel. And guess what? I still had the noise, so I knew where that was coming from, and that was the bottom bracket. Now that don't sound too good. Let's get down to the tools that you're going to need for this. First and foremost, you're going to need a wrench to get off your rear wheel. Now, in my case, it was a 5/8, but this may vary depending on the bike you have. You might need to go through a few wrenches just to figure out what size you have. Any opened or boxed-in wrench should work fine with this. Just avoid using an adjustable wrench because they have a tendency to strip out the nuts. To avoid taking off the brakes, you can de-air your tire, reducing its size so it can fit through the brake pads. Now we go into the strenuous process of removing the pedals. Not once in my life have I ever had an easy pedal that just came off right away. And I don't suggest you using your feet for this, but in this very point in time I was considering using a grinder to get these things off. After the use of several swear words and a blowtorch, I was finally able to get the pedal off. Now let's get into the bottom bracket. Now yes, I do know I'm using an adjustable wrench. You see, they make a specialized tool for the bottom bracket specifically that fits in there just nice. I don't have that, and the biggest wrench I have is an adjustable wrench, so that's what I'm using. Since this doesn't take a lot of pressure to apply, I'm not too worried about it stripping. Once this is removed, there's a washer underneath it that simply slides off. For this piece in the bottom bracket, there is, again, another specialized tool that you can use to remove this. I don't have that tool, so I found another way of doing it, using a flathead screwdriver. If this is stuck, you can take a mallet to it. Be careful, after all it is a screwdriver. But all you have to do is spin this the same direction as everything else and it should come loose. Once that's set and done, all you have to do is just slip the bearings right out. This is relatively easy and the cranks will slide through. Look, I'll tell you, with this thing being unsealed, it's picking up a whole lot of dirt. Now, you can't see this on the rag, but inside of there I also found metal shavings, and that was from the ball bearings. Obviously, that ain't that good, and that might have been part of my clunking. With some further inspection of the bearings, it looked like somebody's little sister poured a bucket of glitter in it. Instead of it being glitter, though, it was metal shavings, and these bearings were pretty well done. I could have sworn I had replacement bearings, but when it came down to it, I only found one. So, a trip out to Phoenix, and I ended up getting some more bearings. Still though, this wasn't really giving me a good idea of why I was getting that clunking sound. So I kept on looking, and what I ended up finding was on this piece of metal here, you can see where it's just all chewed up and nasty. My guess is that was caused by something or another, I don't know what, but it was also destroying my bearings and causing the clunk. Thankfully, I just had a replacement piece, which went on in reverse as it came off. Since this was on the drive side, I wanted to make sure that it was on tight. So with a couple blows with the mallet, it held it well. Alright, I'll get back to the how-to here. You're going to need to grease up your bearings. Now you're not going to want to use a grease that's too light, and you're going to apply grease to both of the bearings and the bearing cups themselves. From here forward, all you're going to be doing is just working in reverse. Everything that you took off, you need to put back on. One-piece cranks just love to come loose, and I don't know why. But you don't want to over-tighten any of this stuff to compensate for that. You want to have it on there firm, so it's not shaking, but not super tight. The tighter you put it, the harder it will be to crank. And just like that, all the bearings are changed now and that clunk has gone away. From here you just got to put on your rear tire and you're all set. Oh yeah, and that junk freewheel I had? Yeah, I got rid of that. This thing is a lot better now. See, hopefully this video helped you in some sort of way. And if you have any questions, please just comment. I'll do my best to get back to you. If you liked the video, please give it a like. And if you want to see more of this type of content, subscribe to the channel.